How's it going, everybody? I hope everyone is doing well. Today I'm talking about my full muscle up tutorial. Now, this video basically goes in depth about the muscle up movement and the steps you can take in order to be able to achieve it. So here I'm working with a close friend of mine to teach him how to do a muscle up and how to conquer each step of the way on the way to completing the movement. So I don't have too much else to say. Without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it.
Alright, muscle up, complex movement, but 3 easy steps to be able to get it. First off, I just want you to be comfortable with getting momentum. That's just basically going to look like jumping up on the bar and getting comfortable, swinging forward and back. And that's literally it. Okay. That's the first stage here. Just get comfortable using your body weight forward and back.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
That's real good. Second is just going to be generating force to put yourself to the back corner of the room. What we're trying to do is create an angle where you're going around the bar instead of straight up. Basically, the difference is a regular pull-up, you're pulling your body straight up, whereas with a muscle-up, you're pulling yourself on an angle that way. So what I mean by that is this time, we're going to use the momentum from the first step, but we're going to pull a little bit that way using our lats. So that's going to look like this.
What makes it different from like a pull-up?
Basically, instead of pulling vertically with this, it's a little bit different in that you want to think of this movement as a lat pullover, where you're trying to throw that bar directly into the ground. So the arm path, instead of pulling your elbows down to your chest, you're going to basically have straighter arms, not locked out fully, but you're going to pull like it's a lat pullover. Good.
Like that?
There you go. Yeah, so all you're doing is creating an angle that way. Now, number 3, we're just going to add some of our lower half here. So now we're going to use what we had before, and we're going to try and drive our knees up to our chest to create momentum for our lower half. This is going to get you a really good chunk of momentum, so it's very important to use your lower half. In terms of improving this movement over time, the muscle up, you can kind of use less of your legs as you go on and get better at the movement. But incorporating my legs, basically just trying to drive my knees up to my chest, it's going to look like this. See how much height I got there?
Yeah. Oh.
Bang.
Like that?
Yeah, that's correct. That's the right pattern. Now that we're getting enough height, we're ready for the transition portion of this movement. Now, what I like to do is grip the bar a certain way, because gripping the bar straight up with your thumbs around the bar, you might have difficulty getting up and around. So what I do is I use a false grip where basically my thumb, instead of being around the bar, is to the side. And also I'm using a bit of a hook grip where my wrists are kind of over the bar like this. And this is going to help me pull and be able to transition where I can get above the bar and lock out. Anyway, so as for that transition portion, the goal is to use the previous steps to get on top of the bar when you have enough height. All you're trying to do is get your chest above the bar. Once you do that, you can lock out. So basically, getting above the bar is going to look something like this. See, now that I'm up here, I can just lock out. Easy. But we'll talk about that in a second. Basically, once you get comfortable with that lockout, you can kind of transition where you're not really stopping your chest on the bar, and you can kind of just go in a fluid movement up and around the bar and then lock out. That's going to look something like this.
Okay. Wow, that was pretty fluid. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay.
Give it a shot. Alright, so let's put it all together here. Just show what you learned. Give it your best shot here. I want you to be explosive.
Lock out.
Yep. Get up.
Oh.
Bang.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh my.
Alrighty, well, if you made it here, thanks so much for sticking around throughout the video. One of the only things I didn't touch on about the muscle up is how to train for it. So obviously that is a pretty important prerequisite. When it comes to enhancing the muscles used in this movement, I live by pull-ups, dips, and lat pullovers mainly. So pull-ups, really good movement in general, one of my favorite calisthenic movements, even though it's very basic. We'll develop the muscles in the back that are used for pulling, like the lats. extremely important. Now, the reason I mention lat pullovers is they also train the lats like pull-ups, but the movement pattern of lat pullovers is a lot closer to the muscle up than pull-ups. I briefly touched on that in the video. And then besides those two, dips are important just to master the locking out portion, the top part of the movement. Obviously, you need to be comfortable with pressing your body weight up when you're above the bar. And dips, honestly, dips are, I think, one of the most underrated movements in general. So being able to grow the chest, triceps, and shoulders, and they translate super well to muscle ups. So I would say work on those three, incorporate them in your training, no matter what style of training you enjoy. Anyways, just keep practicing. It will come to you in time. Some people will get it right away, some people it takes longer. Personally, I was interested in doing muscle ups before I even started lifting weights. I just thought it was cool. And it took me about 2 years to get to the point where I can do them. And now I'm in my prime in that I can do them for working sets. So it's like I went from not being able to do them at all to being able to do them pretty efficiently. Definitely keep at it, stay consistent, and you will get it in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.